and welcome to another fun Friday edition of Ripping the Rock Podcast. I am your co-host, Tim. With me, as usual, not with me, because
Would be nice though, wouldn't it?
it would be cool if we were
Fuck
actually
them.
doing this.
Hi,
Brian, how you
everybody.
doing, buddy?
Brian, it's good. It's Friday. Well, it's Friday in the future when you're listening to this.
It's Future Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's happening? How's your week been?
Oh, not bad. Not bad.
Anything fun and exciting?
Not really.
No?
How about you?
I almost hit someone today. That was fun.
With like your fist or
No,
like an object or your car?
With a company van.
See, that's what happens when you drive a van.
No, it's not a van. It's not a minivan.
Okay. So, does it
It's a
have
work
windows,
van.
Tim? Is it one of those ones that have curtains in them? Because
No, but it says free. It says free candy on the side.
hey, it's a 50-50 shot. You could be the one kid that gets in, and there's just all the candy you could want.
That's right. But I literally
at my size, I'm willing to take that chance.
a person of younger persuasion, and I say younger. I'm guessing
A millennial.
I'm guessing mid-teens, whatever. Thought that
They got to be a little bit over 16, Tim, if they're driving alone.
They weren't driving.
Oh,
I literally almost hit them, like with the van. Hey Mook, you want to say hi?
Oh, it's our podcasting cat.
It's one of them. Mookie.
One of the podcasting producing, our triple P's, ladies and gentlemen, our
Hi.
podcasting producing pussies.
Yes. So anyway, this young gentleman thought that he could make it across the street between the vehicle in front of me and mine.
See, Tim, this is why kids nowadays should have played Frogger when they were younger.
Understand, I had no one behind me. Literally, there was no one behind me.
So it's not like they're like, oh, I'm not going to get through if I don't go right
Nope.
now.
Nope. And I'm doing about 50.
Okay, so you need about, is it 3 feet for every mile an hour? You need 150 feet to stop.
I needed some damn room is what I needed.
And you only had 70 feet probably to stop.
The car in front of me, I don't know how far in front. I'm, 5, 6, 7 car, whatever it is, whatever the car length's in front. Again, no one behind me, folks.
So you got about 100 feet in front of you and about nobody behind you, and this guy decides to run in front of you.
He's walking on the side of the road, our side. So not only that, so already he's illegal because he's walking with the flow of traffic. Okay. He looks once over his shoulder. I'm like, and I can see this coming. I'm like,
no, he's not. No.
He's gonna, oh, fuck. And I slam on my brakes. And, all the shit in my van just, whatever. No, I don't come to a complete stop. I mean, it wasn't like I left tire marks and everything else, but I literally had to slam on my brakes. He gets through and flips me off. And I'm like, I'm confused.
You're now doing mental Olympics to try and figure out how you're the asshole.
So, granted, I know I'm an asshole.
Why are you driving, Tim? How dare you drive?
Like, normally,
that man is walking.
I get it. Like, my truck, my truck had it too, has work GPS, meaning they can monitor how fast I'm going, and they get alerts if I'm speeding, and speeding is, I can't remember if it's 5 or 10 miles an hour over the speed limit. They get alerts. They get alerts on hard braking, hard acceleration.
There's one they're getting to alert on.
So I have to drive carefully. Like,
yeah,
I get in trouble. If I drive like shit, I get in trouble. Basically.
Yeah, it's not because the business really.
Insurance.
I mean, they care, but it's insurance. Yeah,
it's insurance.
If they have that alert system and they can track it, they can show, look, our guys don't speed, they don't do this, they don't do that, make our thing lower.
So I keep going, and I'm like,
it's eating you, isn't it?
it's bothering the shit out of me that he flipped me off for going the speed limit on Route 1 when he ran in front of me. I'm wondering if he's pissed that I didn't hit him. Like
Whereabouts on Route 1 were you?
Bucksport, just coming into Bucksport. So it was between Orland.
Orland
And Bucksport.
Like Verona Township and...
No. That's on the
coming
other
from
side.
the other way. Okay, yeah, you were after the bridge then.
I was coming from DRL
area.
Stonington.
Oh, that way, okay. Yeah.
Come out, and again, I'm doing 45, 50 miles an hour. Speed limit's 45 before it drops down to 35, and then it drops down to 25.
Right, when you get in the village, yeah.
Right. And again, I can see it. Like on the right, I'm like, I saw him look. He went like one of these. And I'm like, fucker's gonna go. And he did. And luckily I'd already taken my foot off the gas because I saw, and I looked in my rear, can't see in the rear view. I looked in my side mirror. There was no one behind me. Like literally, had he waited 7 seconds, maybe, he could have literally crawled on all fours across the street and been okay. And then he flipped me off. That's how my day's going.
Fun.
Yeah.
Hey, have you seen any of that, speaking of news in the week, have you seen any of the stuff going on with GameStop and the stock market?
So, a
bunch of Redditors just decided to shit all over Wall Street.
Well, they basically bankrupted a hedge fund.
Yeah, they beat them.
Which I think is fantastic.
I know, and what the federal government did today is bullshit.
Yeah, didn't they stop the trade?
They made Robinhood stop allowing GameStop to be traded and stocks like such.
Yeah.
I mean, these hedge fund guys thought they were bulletproof, and a group of day traders was like, watch this.
Yeah.
hold our beers.
Basically, 300 millionaires were created yesterday.
Yep.
300 millionaires in the United States.
And honestly, if people who are like, oh, they'll never get to keep that money, try and take that money.
They can. It's theirs.
Yeah.
They own that stock. They can sell it legally. They can sell it. They can hold on. They can do whatever the hell they want with that stock because they own it. I'm irritated that I didn't know about it soon enough and could have made a couple $100 because I wouldn't have. I certainly wouldn't have done enough to make.
They said in order to make $1 million, you had to invest. I think it was just for round numbers they used. I think it was 15,000 for $1 million.
Yeah.
So if you invested your house, which one guy did, he has $146,000 house, and I think it was Utah or something.
Yeah, he made something like $100 million off.
Yeah, he mortgaged his house, invested it in this, and he made
it was something like 100. Yeah.
And people are like, how did we not hear about this sooner? And he's like, it flew under the radar because everyone was worried about the $1 billion that one person won.
Yeah.
He's like, meanwhile, we're all making money hand over fist, and you're not paying attention because that dollar amount is little. He's like, they picked the perfect time to do it.
And again, that pisses me off that that was it Powerball? No, Mega Millions got up to $1 billion, and I didn't fucking win. I call bullshit.
Well, you know what kind of bothers me? Kelly and I were talking about it, and we were both like, you remain anonymous. It's the only real way to live your life normally the way you want to.
Some states
I know,
not allow it.
Michigan, that's bullshit.
Michigan allows it that you can stay anonymous.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Which was the one that didn't?
Maine.
Well, I think. See, and I don't like that.
You are not allowed. There's like Maine. I can't remember. There's like 15 states that do this. That you cannot stay anonymous for whatever reason, advertising purposes and so forth. I mean, look. Let's face it. If
puts your life in jeopardy. If you win $1 billion.
No, because I immediately get off from all social media. So I'm gone. Like
you ghost.
I am.
We don't do this show anymore, folks.
No, I do the show.
After a while.
you know,
We'd
you'd be
have like
doing
6 months of me going, I haven't seen Tim in a while. Has anybody seen Tim? That Welcome to Ripping the Rack podcast. Where's Tim?
it. Yeah. No, I don't know. Look, let's face it. The person that won it is probably already a multimillionaire. Like, probably already never even needed the money.
The last time the Mega Millions got up to like it was 800 million. It was some kid that was 32 years old and had just finished a graduate program in college. He's like,
Yeah.
I don't have to work now. So what did I? He was actually goes, I'm kind of mad. He's like, I just spent 8 years of my life trying to get this degree so I could have like the life I kind of wanted. He's like, now I just feel like I wasted it.
Well, I'd tell you what, I'd have wasted my money. I'd have wasted my life to win that.
He said he was stopping to pick up beer for a party and he just randomly bought a ticket.
You know, and again, I understand money can't buy happiness. I get that. I understand.
It can buy a
fully.
lot of things that can
But you
make
know what?
you happy
Money
for a while. Yeah.
Money can pay all my bills. Money can pay all my family's bills.
Money can make sure my son doesn't have to worry about a thing.
Money can buy me a cat house.
Are you talking like hold on.
Tim's house of pussy.
Yeah, hold on.
What?
Because see, with you, I do have to clarify this. Are you talking about a strip club, or are you talking about a place where people go and pet cats?
How about both?
What if the strippers
What if the
were
strippers
petting the cats and you get to hang out with both?
See? Fucking genius. No, again, money. You are correct. Money, it brings its own problems. It certainly brings its own problems.
More money, more problems, as
But you know what?
B.I.G. would say.
I'll tell you right now, I will take those problems because I've lived a life of living paycheck to paycheck. I understand what it's like to struggle. I understand, raising kids when you're living paycheck to paycheck. I understand what it's like to decide, well, shit. Okay, I'm not going to pay the electric bill right now because they can't shut us off because we're in the middle of winter, and
Right.
I'm going to go buy groceries.
I have a couple
life.
weeks that yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I know what it's like. So for anyone to sit there and go, oh, well, geez, you live a great life. I've worked hard to get where we're at, where I don't live paycheck to paycheck now. I live every other paycheck to every other paycheck.
Right.
Okay. I'm not comfortable in the least. I own my home. Well, the bank owns my home because I got to pay for it. The bank owns my cars because I got to pay for them.
I always look at life as, for the vast majority of your life, you hang out in another person's house and drive other people's cars that they just graciously allow you to use for a fee.
Yes.
I mean,
Yep.
all we do is we go house and car shopping for banks. That's our job in life is, okay, the bank, what do you think of this house? Would you let me buy this house?
So, I would be a great Powerball winner because I've lived a life of being, I'm not going to say poor. No, I've lived a life of the paycheck to paycheck. I've lived that life. Having money and not living paycheck to paycheck. Okay, I'll take a few of the problems that come with that. Like, oh, I can't have as many friends. Sorry. Brian, you're in. Don't worry. You can Kelly. You guys are in. You're good.
We get to live on the island with you.
Well, I
and
don't know
Angie
about
and
I don't know about on the island, but you'll at least have access to the island.
Oh, okay.
We'll see how big the island is.
I honestly, if I had won $1 billion, a billion with a B, I would have tried to weasel my way into like Xbox or PlayStation or something and just been like on the creative board and been like, oh, that's a cool idea. Make that game cool. Bring it to me when it's done, will you? And just like, they wouldn't even had to listen to me. I could have just been in the room and been like, yeah, I think that's cool. Like, I would have found a way to keep getting a paycheck every week, but to make sure it was a really big one and to make sure it was doing something I really like to do.
Well, and that's the thing is like Angie and I were talking on our way back from, I don't know where the hell we were, Sugarloaf, I think, probably. And we were just we were kind of laughing because I made the comment if we had won, or if we were going to win, this was before it. I said,
These
if
are
we
the best
won,
conversations to have.
it's fun. It's fun to dream. That's part of playing the lottery is dreaming.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I don't play. It's not like I go spend $50 every time.
No.
And I don't. I understand. I'm the type of gambler that honestly casinos hate, because I go in with a set amount of money that I'm willing to lose. And if I lose it in 10 minutes, I'm not going to the ATM.
Yeah. See, and that's what my wife doesn't understand. Because when I win money, like, I'm like, oh, I'll be like, I won $100, and she'll be like, yeah, well, you spent 10, so it's really 90. And I'm like, no, see, here's the thing. I've already written all this money I brought with me to gamble off. Like, it's all gone to me.
It's gone to me.
It's not supposed to come back. If it does with more to it, that's wonderful.
See, it's called entertainment, and that's what the way I look at going to a casino and gambling. It's entertainment to me. So if I go with $50, I'm willing to lose $50. If I go with $500, I'm willing to lose $500. That means that I've saved up. I've already written it off, meaning if I didn't spend a dime of it, cool, I'm up $500. Or if I spent it all, cool, I already planned on losing that. So we were talking, and long story short, we were talking about, what we would do. And look, every one of my friends knows I'm a cat guy.
Mm-hmm.
I am. I have cats. I absolutely love cats.
Are you going to have Tim's big cat sanctuary?
I don't know about it. I wouldn't do a big cat sanctuary, but I looked out back of my yard, and I'm like, okay, well, first thing I would do is buy the land next to me and behind me, so no one can build. And it's not a lot. We only own a half an acre here, so it ultimately is only another half acre. So give me an acre. But what I'll
give you a couple acres.
I'll give you an acre. But what I would do, and I told Andrew, I said, honestly, number one, I'd still work. I'd find something, because I'm not going to be bored.
I will have a job, whether or not, like, I made my own business or whatnot. Right. I would do something.
Right. I would have a job. Now, whether I'm not saying that I would work 40 hours a week or 60 hours a week like I do. I might only work 20 hours a week, but it's enough to keep me busy, and it's enough to have a little bit of fun and whatnot.
Kelly said she worked per diem.
Yeah, fine. Yeah. She works once a week or once every other something.
I think she'd work the minimum to keep her license.
I had already planned. So I would build the house I have. I don't need anything bigger. I have a small house. It's only like 1,000 square feet or 1,100 square feet.
But you know what? It shows nice. It's small, but it shows nice.
Yeah. It looks bigger on camera.
It's charming, folks. It really is.
Charming.
Angie's done a wonderful job. Vacuuming around Tim, cleaning up around Tim, making sure Tim doesn't fall asleep in the recliner every single night. I
typically don't fall asleep in the recliner, even though I was watching the Bruins game, not last night, the night before, and it got like 4 minutes left in the game, and I fell asleep, and I woke up, and it was in overtime, and I'm like, wait, what just happened?
Time warp. You ever done that? Just sit there, rest your eyes. You're like, oh, I'll close them for a second. You open them, and it's like, it's been an hour. What happened?
Yeah. Yeah. So I already figured out. I mean, I would make some changes to the house, small, minor things. Mm-hmm. But I would build two things on this property. The first thing would be like a barn. And by barn, I mean it would have a basketball court, because my kids love basketball and I love to shoot around.
So a field house.
Call it a field house, but it's not a huge field house. Like, it's not, I don't need a massive 17,000 seat arena. Enough for a basketball court. And I would have a 2-lane bowling alley that would be candlepin bowling off to the side, and I would deck it out. I mean, we'd have fun. I'd have tournaments with whatever, but I would build, in addition onto the house, that would be the cat's room. And it would be fucking epic, because it would be big enough with
you'd have a cat guest house.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. And I'd get a couple more cats. And I do like dogs too. People don't understand. Don't
Would you,
misunderstand.
hey, in this cat room, would they all have their own little individual rooms? Like Mookie would have his little bunk in his bed and food dishes, and then they over here.
I would probably do something. My brother would.
Is it
I'd
going to
have
be
to
a?
have,
Yeah. David would design it.
David
This
would
would end up on
design. I mean,
HGTV or something.
he is an architect. And by the way, if anyone's listening to this that needs a fantastic architect, my brother David Matera, architect down in Bath, Maine, give him a call. He'll hook you up. Just tell him Tim sent you, or Brian. Tell him Tim and Brian sent him.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, but it's fun to
Shameless
dream.
plug.
I mean, that's to me, that is the cool thing about what happened over the last week or so with Powerball and Mega Millions.
Yeah. I think it made people happy. I think like thinking of that stuff makes you happy.
I think so. That's why I think it's rigged. I think the Powerball and Mega Millions is 100% rigged.
You think the lottery commission and the government, whatever, controls our, like, if we get down too much, they start throwing money into the lottery to.
I'm not saying that, but I think that they can see, like, there's probably some algorithm or program that says, hey, look.
Algorithm program, they just monitor all this crap, and they see what you look up. They see how many times you look at what the lottery is, and analytics.
What I mean by that is I think that they probably say, you know what, we need a big jackpot. It's been a while.
Yeah.
You know,
the last time the Mega Millions was over, that was what, back in like 2015, 2014?
What was it like? No, it was like 1.5 billion.
I think I was still at Maritime.
It was like 3 or 4 years. I thought. I don't know.
It's been way longer than that.
I don't know. I mean, it could be. I don't know, but it is fun to dream. And
hey, I'll tell you how long ago it was. This would have been our 6 years at Red Zone, if we were still there. So we started there 6 years ago. Think about that.
Wow.
Yeah, time warp. But continue about the water.
Wow. It's a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what else you got? I mean, I went down a rabbit hole, so this rabbit hole is going to be yours.
Well, we did. There hasn't really been anything interesting on TV. Like, just it's the same stuff over and over and over. I'm looking for a new show to grab me, and I have not found it yet. Something to look forward to every week. I probably will, just because I'm a wrestling mark, and that's just same reason I went to see Fighting with Your Family in the theaters. I mean, yeah, it's a decent movie, but I don't know if I should have paid $8.50 to go see it. I mean, I'm just looking at, like, I can't remember the last show that truly just. I mean, The Good Place. The Good Place is awesome. That was a show that I'd look forward to when it was on, or I look forward to watching it. I just haven't found one of those in a while. Saturday Night Live isn't consistent enough, but I do enjoy that.
No, and I was really upset that I forgot that Saturday Night Live was a repeat this past week, because that would have been.
But the next hosts are going to be awesome.
That's this week, isn't it? Or
yeah,
is it
John Krasinski is this weekend.
Yeah.
John Krasinski and Machine Gun Kelly is the musical guest.
I was hoping, obviously, with the inauguration and everything else, this would have been a really good.
Yeah, but I think it was good to take a week off and just make sure nothing bad happened, and all that terrible stuff that you think about. But now you can kind of joke about some stuff and maybe make light of some tense situations because nothing did happen. I will say there's a show that Kelly and I have been watching, and it's Schitt's Creek. And if you aren't watching that, it is hilarious. Dan Levy and Eugene Levy are great. Dan Levy makes the whole show as David. It's so good.
I haven't watched it. It is on my list.
Yeah.
It is on my list. That is based in Canada, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
Gene Levy, if you know who Gene Levy is,
yeah.
He's in a lot of stuff. He writes it. He and his son Dan wrote it.
They're Canadian, aren't they?
Yeah, and they're both they're kind of Catherine O'Hara's in it.
Yeah.
She plays Moira, and the whole premise of the show is Eugene Levy and Catherine O'Hara were famous. He had a video rental empire, and she was a famous actress. And she was on soap operas, so like a B-list actress.
Yeah.
And they got and then they got like busted for tax fraud. And they had bought a town as a joke like 15 years before that. They get exiled to living in this motel in this town named Schitt's Creek. And it's just, it is what you expect it to be. It's a story of growth, and but the sub stories make it a great show.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's definitely worth the watch, and what I like about it is each character is a facet of a personality trait you may or may not have. Like, you get the over dramatic stuff in Moira, and you get the very dry humor with Dan Levy's character David, and then there's the teeny bop Alexis, which is his sister, and it just covers it ticks every box.
Yeah. Okay.
And they're 23 minutes, so you can just watch a few of them and
so it's an easy binge.
Yes,
is what it is.
Yeah.
Because I am. There's a few shows that I'm waiting on to come back. Obviously, Cobra Kai.
I have not watched one episode.
Oh my God, it is fantastic. It truly is a great show, especially for an 80s.
Is it campy?
Kid. No. So Cobra Kai.
I don't want them to be like, oh, Karate Kid. Oh, did you get the Karate Kid? I want it to be its own thing, but with Karate Kid themes. And I'm hoping that's okay.
It is. It focuses more on the kids, but the really cool part is you have like, Ralph Macchio is obviously he's a main character in it still.
Yeah, he's Daniel's son.
Is Daniel LaRusso? Johnny Lawrence. It's them two.
Johnny Lawrence is the real hero of the Karate Kid. He is the Karate Kid.
Johnny Lawrence, and I forget the actor's name that plays him, is friggin' fantastic in these episodes.
Well, Daniel LaRusso,
fantastic.
He violated the first rule. Have you ever heard of that plot hole in the Karate Kid?
Yeah, he can't kick to the face.
That's how he cheated.
But they do address that.
In the show?
In the show? Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that shit.
Yeah.
I love it.
The cool part about Cobra Kai is it brings everything from that 80s period in the 90s with, Karate Kid 2 and 3 and whatnot. It brings it all back, and they do flashbacks of things. John Kreese comes back and is friggin' fantastic. I won't spoil anything because the end of season 3 was pretty epic and really is going to kick off a really cool season 4.
Nice. I'll have to catch up.
You have to. And again, they're only 23, 24 minutes, whatever it is, because they're only half hour episodes. So you definitely have to watch it.
Okay.
I mean, it's a little obviously, like anything, it's a little unrealistic. It is.
It's supposed to be. TV, that's what I watch TV for. Yeah.
Yes. The cool thing is, and you'll, if you truly do watch it, halfway through season 3, everybody knows Daniel LaRusso goes back to Japan. Okay. He ends up going to Okinawa. They bring back characters throughout the show. So
that's cool.
Allie makes an appearance in season 3, which is really cool.
Yeah.
I can't think of her name. His love interest in the second one in Okinawa makes an appearance. His nemesis in Okinawa makes an appearance, and they do it tactfully.
It's good fan service, but it's well done. Yeah,
very well done.
That's like The Mandalorian. If you haven't watched The Mandalorian, watch The Mandalorian.
I've watched season 1.
Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda.
You don't want anything to happen to Baby Yoda, do you? Like, you become invested.
Oh,
Like,
you
that
love
little
it.
green dude is... now you don't want anything bad, and you hate the people that try to hurt him. I don't understand why... What's his name? He was the bad guy in Breaking Bad. He's the bad guy in Far Cry 6. He's the bad guy in The Mandalorian. What does this man have? Giancarlo something?
Yeah. Yeah, I can't think of his name, but I know who
It's,
you're talking about.
why does he have... why does he want to ruin everything that people like? He wants to kill Baby Yoda. He wanted to try and hurt Walter White.
He plays great villains. You know?
Is there another actor you could think of that played great villains?
Alan Rickman. Right off the top of my head, Alan Rickman.
Snape's not a villain.
Snape was a villain throughout the entire series up until the end when you found out just how much of a good guy he truly was.
So he wasn't a villain.
Die Hard. Alan Rickman.
Okay. Yeah, Hans Gruber. It's not Christmas until you see Hans Gruber fall off the top of Nakatomi Plaza.
That's right. Alan Rickman plays a fantastic villain. He played a fantastic villain.
John Travolta plays great bad guys.
Yep, John Travolta plays great bad guys. Some people just have that natural ability to channel their inner bad. You know who
in Face Off? That's the movie I was thinking of for Travolta being.
Oh, with Nicolas Cage.
He actually plays a decent villain in that.
Yes,
before they flip flop roles.
Yes,
that's a cool movie for people who haven't seen it.
It's a little bizarre, but yeah, no, that's definitely
it's got
cool.
Travolta in it. Come on.
Yeah. So Cobra Kai, All American is another one. Waiting for that season 3 to come out. I don't know if you've watched any of that. It's another one. You would like it because number one, it's based on a true story. It's not obviously true. It's based on a true story. And it's frankly, it's about high school football. And it's just, Jordan and I got into it.
What's it on Netflix?
Shit. I think so. I can't remember now right off the top of my head.
Hey, speaking of TV services and shit, I'm going to end up having to get Peacock. Well, I'm going to get Peacock for free. WWE Network got sold to Peacock for $1 billion.
I mean, it's only $1 billion. You know, it's $1 billion here, $1 billion there. You know.
So at first I was like, oh god damn it! I'm like, wait a minute. Premium Peacock is $9 a month. The network's $9 or $10 a month. So I'm getting all my same stuff plus everything on Peacock without commercials. This is a win.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I think Peacock also carries certain sports games and stuff like.
I think so.
Ooh, Peacock carries Premier League Soccer, I believe. So I can watch that.
Possibly.
Nice.
All American is on. It's a CW. So where does the CW show?
Netflix. Yeah, because Riverdale is on Netflix.
Yeah, it's a Netflix show. So I enjoy it. Again, kind of far-fetched, but what I like about it is it is based on a true story. It is based on the true life of an actual NFL player. Just obviously a little over dramatized.
It's enhanced for Hollywood.
Yes. Yeah. Cool. I mean, that's had 3 seasons, I think. Yeah, 3 seasons. Oh no. What's today?
20 new season?
Son of a what? Sorry. Season 3 just started January 18th. I have 2 shows to watch now.
Well, there you go. I'm surprised Jordan didn't tell you.
Well, the last one didn't come out. It came out on March 9th. So I've been waiting for a while. And unlike a typical Netflix series, they don't dump all of them at once. It's one.
It's still on TV, right? It's still like on. No.
It's
on Netflix. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they do one a week, so it'll drop, and then the next one won't drop until the next week, instead of a typical series like Netflix does, which drops the entire year or half a year or whatever it is. So cool. I did not know that was nice. I'm gonna have to catch up now.
Sweet.
So, anywho, I got nothing else for today.
No, I'm good. I just hope everyone has a great Friday and a good weekend. And it's supposed to be cold this weekend, everybody. Nasty. So
Itching cold, like below
and
zero
snow.
wind
There's gonna be
chills.
some snow too.
Gonna snow.
It's gonna snow.
Gonna snow and it's gonna blow. Gonna wind.
Yeah, they're talking we could get 3 to 5 inches here on the coast.
So is an Angie. Giggity.
What, you twice?
And then I'm gonna hit her in the head with a brick.
Oh God. Folks, have a good weekend.
No. That's still my favorite. For those of you that have never heard this joke, I am going to say it here.
Oh, Tim, why?
Oh, because it's one of my favorite jokes. It's like, my wife told me she wanted 12 inches and she wanted me to make it hurt. So I fucked her 3 times and hit her in the head with a brick.
Somebody just spit their coffee everywhere. I hope you know that.
I hope so. Oh, anyway, Bob, have a good one. Tuesday morning, bright and early, we have a special guest planned for the bowling portion of the podcast. Our first actual proprietor.
Our Tuesdays with bowling.
Tuesdays bowling. We have are scheduled to have Rusty Neely or Russ Neely Jr. or Russ or Rusty, whatever you want to call him.
The left-handed Neely.
The left-handed Neely from Stars and Strikes Lanes, formerly Hobbs Lucky Lanes, formerly Stars and formerly Oxford Hills Bowling Center, will be joining us. Feel free to get your questions in, and we will do our best to ask, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, folks, have a wonderful, wonderful Friday. As always, you can check us out and drop by and leave us some comments if you want. Ripping the Rack on Facebook.
Podcast.
And then Ripping the Rack podcast. Tim, you do this part. This is your part. I'm stepping on your part.
Folks, you can send your questions, comments, concerns, anything to us
complaints
via
about
email.
how Brian butchered this.
Yes. Complaints about Brian, send those to me. Complaints about me, send those to no one. We can send those to rippingtherackpodcast@gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook at Ripping the Rack Podcast. You can find us on Twitter at Ripping the Rack Podcast. Hell, you'll probably end up finding us on Instagram here pretty soon because why the hell not? Might as well be on there too. Yep. Brian, where else can they see us?
They see us and hear us on YouTube, Ripping the Rack Podcast, Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Anchor, Breaker, and wherever else you consume your podcast media, everybody.
Perfect. Nice job, Brian. You fucking nailed that part, bud.
Swish. Ballin'.
All right, guys. Stay safe. Have a great couple of days. We'll be back on Tuesday.
See you later, guys.
Hey, peace.